This is Lowcountry Unscripted After Dark. Real voices, raw conversations, no filters. Broadcasting from the Coastal Solutions Media Studios in Hardyville, South Carolina. Here are your hosts, Brian and Gina Pierce.
Hey, Lowcountry, welcome back to Lowcountry's Unscripted After Dark. Gina, tell the Lowcountry what's going on.
What's up, Lowcountry? We are after dark and enjoying a little well-deserved rest after a week off and a nice trip to Charlotte, seeing our Bills stomp the Panthers.
That's right. Gina's off the rest of this week, so hopefully you get some guests scheduled up. But congratulations to the Buffalo Bills
So
for their
excited.
40-9 rout of the Carolina Panthers. It was a great game.
Great fan base. I mean, truthfully, they were very hospitable, but then again,
They didn't have a choice.
We were
They did not have a choice.
80% of the stadium, so it was pretty cool to see.
What were they going to do? The Bills sucked. Dude, they would have been.
That's what happens at other stadiums.
They were outnumbered at least 30-40 to 1.
Yeah.
At least. Without, I mean, it was easy.
There are certain games that I would never attend in 1,000 years.
It was a home game.
It was a good game to go.
It was a home game in their southern stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Head coach used to be the defensive coordinator, I think, at Carolina. Maybe he was the head coach. I'm pretty sure defensive coordinator, for sure. And then he came to Buffalo. We got him now, but he felt right at home. 40-9.
Who is that?
Sean McDermott.
Is he still our
Panthers.
Is he still our defensive coordinator?
So did the GM.
He is still our. So he's our
head coach
and defensive coordinator.
No.
Do we have a defensive coordinator
Yes.
since Leslie Frazier died?
And we have an offensive coordinator.
Who?
The quarterback's coach. That was, I don't know. He was from LSU.
Oh.
Yeah. They won that.
Joe Brady?
That's him.
Ah, okay.
Yep. So anyways, enough about that. Except for, it was great. It was Jack's first, our son's first NFL game.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, I think he enjoyed
himself. You got to see James Cook.
I think he enjoyed himself, and he got to see, he's a little older now, and so we let him out past his bedtime to go people watching in Charlotte. And, it was like the weekend, and we have Halloween coming up. This is Gina's Super Bowl. If you ask Gina what her favorite holiday is, most people say, oh, it's Christmas, it's my birthday, it's Easter. Not Gina. As you can see, she has some ears that she has started to sport. If we film anytime between now and Thanksgiving, maybe. Definitely between now and Thanksgiving, you're going to see Gina in a lot of different outfits. But I can tell you that she'll probably be dressed up as something every time she's on camera until at least a week after Halloween. Probably I'm
not going to dress up in costume in the 1st of November. It would be silly.
The house has been decorated since April.
Not since April.
4th of July.
Everyone who watches our podcast knows that I have specific pumpkins that I keep out all year round. And I've told you all this before, and I'll tell you again. They are behind me, and there's some out in the lobby.
In
AKA, the lobby. The front foyer.
Yeah, the lobby.
The lobby.
The lobby,
it is the lobby for the
Coastal
podcast
Solutions Media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm very
right outside
excited.
the conference center.
I will be in costume all week long. Whether it's just something random, it's just something. It's my happy place. I like to be there.
What do you have in store for us tomorrow?
Is it supposed to rain?
It's not supposed to be it's supposed to be cloudy the next couple of days. Kind of like today.
I may wear a Skelly sweatshirt tomorrow.
Great.
I know.
Yeah. I'll dress up on Halloween. Gina, I guess, wants us to do a little dance and make some videos.
It's Jack's
with the
last
drone. So, hey, maybe we'll go ahead and show those to you.
It's his last year of, being in high school, and, before he graduates, I would like to have a family Halloween photo.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yep. So anyways, Lowcountry, we've got some things going on. Some news that came along today.
Mm-hmm.
We hit on it on the last show, so I'm not going to beat it to death. But the I got a $5,000 bidding on 10. I got a $5,000 bidding on 10, up 15, and $15,000 cash is what you will be awarded if you give up information to Crime Stoppers.
Mm-hmm.
That leads to the arrest of these hooligans. Yeah, that shot up what they say is a crowd of 700 people. I think that's a little exaggerated because 700 people is a lot of people. But because that's definitely something that people are talking about. So I'm going to bring it up. Put it in the discussion in the comments how many people you thought were there, but 700 people is a lot. You see the size of their parking lot. If you don't, go ahead, get you on street level Google Earth, and you can see it's not a very big parking lot. So 700 people is a lot. 400 outside. Listen, the FBI has had the video forensics.
Mm-hmm.
Sleds had their stuff since last Wednesday, and they've got nothing. They've got nothing.
Snitches wind up in ditches. I'm telling you, these people are tight-lipped for a reason. They don't want retaliation. That's it.
I think everybody that was out in that parking lot that night,
mm-hmm.
they know who did this,
I'm
and
sure
they know what will happen if they say something. So the question is $15,000 worth you having to worry the rest of your life that Charlie's not going to execute you while you're walking down the sidewalk, no matter where you're at? So there's that. I don't know. I think if nobody's talking now and you've interviewed about everybody,
mm-hmm.
I don't think anything. I don't think they're going to turn something up because of $15,000. I think it's great that the community's offering rewards, but sometimes, there's going to be a lot of scams out there for these awards. There's going to be a lot of, false reporting. Somebody's going to have to vet all these leads that they get.
Yep.
I'm sorry for that individual, and it's all about money. It shouldn't take that.
No.
Like it really shouldn't. I don't know. That's the take I got on that.
Well, we hope that someone will come forward, but there's so much bad stuff going on in the world right now. We might as well just hope and pray for the victims' families and hope for a better outcome, I guess.
Yeah. And the other thing I want to say about this is I know there's some chatter about, there was a person in government and they said, we should shut this place down. And look, in defense, this shouldn't be that shouldn't be something he said based on and it was it was a little race driven. It was, it was because of the activities that take place at this particular establishment that the African community hangs out at.
Mm-hmm.
Look, no, I don't think so. You're not closing down someplace. You're not doing that unless you want to riot.
Well,
it's just stop with the cancel culture. Stop with the cancel culture shit. Let this man run his business in St. Helena. It's an unfortunate situation that was outside of his control.
Truth.
It happened out in public. Out in front of the building, which is right on the sidewalk. So that's what I got to say about that.
Mm-hmm.
Cut all this hate garbage because that's what's steering everything this way. Gina,
yes.
how's your drive to work? Gina's going to be off for a week, so she's going to not be related to our next topic. But how's your drive to work been?
Well,
yeah, but I'm saying, how's it been going to work?
It has not been good.
Not good. Well, listen, 278. They're talking, all this eastbound bridge replacement back in the chatter, and going 3 lanes eastbound, westbound. I think you're out of luck. I don't think you're going to get any. You don't need it.
No,
in my opinion. But the thing is I don't believe they're going to be able to widen to 3 lanes. They're going to go 3 lanes over the water. But when it gets back on the island, you're subject to the Windmill Harbor light and 2 lanes of traffic. So it bottlenecks again. If they're going to go 3 lanes, they got to stroke that 3 lanes from Bluffton all the way to the Cross Island, which is now at no charge. And I think a lot more people must use it. I don't know. I don't go on the island.
Be glad you don't have to drive with the sun blaring in your face every day.
I stay out here on the mainland.
You don't like the sun in your face.
No.
I know you don't. It hurts anyway. And then on the way home,
if you're really tired, my sunglasses.
If you're really tired on the way home, it's even worse because then you just feel like you're going to fall asleep sitting in your car and you can't escape the sun. It's terrible. So.
Yeah. And there's some, actually, I'm going to hold off on this local news because it's going to tie it into something a little bit later on. So we'll just cut that shit right out of the podcast and start see if I can find the next. I'm not talking about him.
I will gladly talk about the SCAD Savannah Film Festival that's taking place right now.
Oh yeah, Gina's got some
Pretty
information on
exciting
this.
stuff.
I'm just gonna say the only chatter I've got is look at there are some celebrity sightings going on and traffic
Yeah,
based
more
on
traffic.
this. And the only other thing about celebrity sightings, Trevor Lawrence.
Oh, there it is.
Trevor Lawrence was spotted in Bluffton around here. So good job, Trevor. I hear Gina tells me he's moving into one of our local communities.
Mhm.
Congratulations. Welcome to the community, Mr. Lawrence.
Yay.
Yeah.
Hit the button.
Yay. Okay. So, Gina, tell us what is going on at Savannah Film Festival.
Okay, so the film
Who's in
festival's going on it just started on the 25th, so that was Saturday through November 1st, so it's full week. They have this past weekend, Miles Teller, who presented opening night for his movie called Eternity. He brought his grandmother, and if y'all don't know who Miles Teller is, he played Rooster in Top Gun Maverick, but he's also been in a bunch of other films that have gotten a lot of good recognition. He's a very talented kid. Brought his grandma, so everyone was happy. So he got the Distinguished Performance Award. Spike Lee got the Legend of Cinema Award. I don't think this has happened yet, but the director for Outstanding Achievement, Rian Johnson, for the new Knives Out mystery, Wake Up Dead Man, and Brendan Fraser, of my millennial heart just pitter pattered because he was awesome. He still is. You saw him in The Whale. Now, do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the big guy in the whale?
Yeah, he was the one who wore the 900-pound fat suit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked him in The Mummy and The Mummy Returns, and also A Blast from the Past. Mainly because that was me and Christina's favorite movie to watch together. Hey, girl. Shout out to my girl, Christina. There is the Vanguard Director Award for the Wicked director, John M. Chu, which that's really cool. And Oscar Isaac is getting the Icon Award for Frankenstein. Excuse me. Amanda Siegfried is also getting a Vanguard Award. Joel Edgerton's also getting a Vanguard Award. Will Arnett is getting a Luminary Award. Rose Byrne is getting a Luminary Award. Sydney Sweeney, which is a girl who a lot of people enjoy looking at. Kristen Stewart, Rising Star Director. So she's getting a Director Award. That's cool.
Nice.
And a couple people like Miles Canton from Sinners, which is an awesome movie.
So the roundabout of it is keep your eyes peeled. You might run across some celebrities in Savannah.
Kevin Costner was here. Demi Moore was here. Lots of people came in for this. I so wish we went to the wrong city this
Demi
weekend.
Moore lives in Brunswick.
Does she?
Yeah, she got a place down there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
hey, Demi.
Listen, and I can tie this in to no, I can't. What was I thinking? Oh, Savannah. Yes, I can. Listen, There's a viral video out there of a Savannah Metro police officer, and he takes this guy that is in bracelets, hands behind his back, and I don't know what the word is for it. He takes him and almost like, I don't know, he took his arm and just went like boom, and he cracked his head on the back of the pavement. He was in handcuffs. Listen, the threat is neutralized when they're in handcuffs.
Well,
and it's.
I'm not saying that I agree that he definitely should not have freaking bounced his head off the sidewalk. But some people will
his
get
hands
up.
behind his back where he was in handcuffs. Listen, he was bleeding when he got up from his head. Now here's the twist to all this.
Mm-hmm.
The mayor, he has his, he comes out and essentially he says that this viral video that's out there is heavily redacted. Now,
redacted.
He's like, well, it does not show the events that led up to this officer doing it. I don't care what the events were that led up to it. Once he is neutralized in handcuffs, unless he is swinging a steel ball with spikes or from around his hip, He's still weaponized himself, which this guy had not been.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Risk over, get in the car, we're going to jail. Okay, that's it. You have to settle down. This guy's one. You look at the thing that I don't like about it is I'm good at reading body language. He's up there and he's all Mr. Muscles. Oh, I'm a big mean cop and everything. No, you're a peace officer. You're here to keep the peace. I didn't say police. I said peace.
Right.
And that's what these guys need to get through their heads is that for your first and most duty is to interact with the community and keep the peace. That's it. Not to be some jerk off that thinks he wants to show everybody what a macho man he is. So he's going to slam a guy that's in handcuffs.
Yeah.
On the ground like that. I don't think so. I don't care who you are, but you're out. You're not, you're not playing games around here. Look at you guys. There's already problems with what the community and the public thinks about law enforcement. Trust me, it's a big issue. And you're making it worse. Quit making it worse. You and Billy Squires need to get out. You're gone.
What if we heard about Billy Squires of
No,
late?
that's the other thing. I did see Mandy Matney. She posted something that is like, hey, Duffy Stone, who is the solicitor, like, where are the charges? Where are the charges? Sled, where are you at? It's been weeks. Everybody's still talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
No answers. Nothing. There's nothing. I've looked. I look every day. The day that bracelets go on, trust me, there will be a podcast made. Hopefully we get the perp walk. He is one that needs to be in jail right now. I don't think the guy needs to spend the rest of his life behind bars, but he needs to know that he's not above the law just because at one point in time he had that brass badge.
Dumbass.
Mm-hmm. What a fool.
Honestly.
What a homo. And then apparently, back in 2014, some other hooligan decided to set him and two others decided to set the Jasper County Jail ablaze. And so thankfully, what are we, 11 years later?
Still in jail.
Still in jail. And the judge shot him the max of 25 years. So
if you're stupid enough to do something like that, you're going to stay in jail. Would you think that they're going to like, oh, you know what? We're going to let you out for misbehavior. No. Sorry.
Oh, and I did forget something. Back to this police incident in Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this isn't the first one this week. There was another one. However, on the other one, because I do want to make mention of this because I know people will be like, oh, the guy had a gun. No, wrong one. There was another one. It takes place on a sidewalk. It's a daytime. And you can see a grassy area. There's a guy they are struggling with on the ground, and they still don't have him in cuffs. And when the other officer had his gun drawn to his head and said, "I'm going to blow your brains out." But the thing of it is said gentleman somehow made it to his feet, and guess what? Fell out of his pants. A weapon, a big one. Yeah.
I was like,
so I say that to say this. Listen, that one is acceptable. Listen, if I'm a law enforcement officer, every time I leave that door,
mm-hmm.
I count on when I have an interaction with you, you're not going to play some foolish shit. And if you are, and you're armed, he's lucky he's not dead.
Yeah.
Period. You resist. You got a weapon. It's known you got the weapon. They're like, give up the weapon. Yeah, you're going to have a gun. My gun would be in your ear as well. And I would say, if you don't stop resisting, I'm going to blow your fucking brains out. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you want to know why? I'm going to tell you why. Because I'd like to see my family in 6 hours. That's why. Solely, that's why. Because they have to do that every day. It's the risk. It's the inherent risk they take for doing that job.
So speaking of more viral videos, because, really top 5 national news, lots of interesting stuff here.
Yeah. Hey, look at the government shutdown. We're now on day 28. And here's what's going down.
Affect stuff now.
In a few days, the SNAP benefits are going to halt, apparently. That's the warnings. And there's no paychecks going out to these air traffic controllers or TSA. And
holidays are coming.
over the weekend, there was like Sunday, there was like 8,700 delays. Monday, 2,600. We're into Tuesday now. Look at the problem's not going to go away, because here's the thing. Those are very highly paid people.
Mm-hmm.
They happen to work for the government. They have the number one most stressful. It's not a dangerous job, but it's most stressful because why? They're liable for each and every life that's on the plane. And it's a lot daily. If you think about Atlanta, okay.
I would say that
if
it is
half of
kind of a dangerous job. I'm not saying like their lives are in danger, but they're putting
it's
thousands
dangerous
of
because
people.
they may have a heart attack doing it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of stress. But I'll just say that it's a shit job, I would think.
I wouldn't want it, that level of stress. I don't know how anyone would be able to handle it for that long of a time frame without having a heart attack. It's all
I mean, I just don't know how all day you can be like 27 November whiskey, turn right, heading 180, maintain 7500.
and it's like
I
you
just
make
all
one
fun
error,
and day.
you make
One-
one error,
yeah,
and
one
planes
error,
blow up
whoops.
in the sky. Great.
And look, we've had a lot of close calls this year. We've had a helicopter crash into a commercial jet. You look, everybody knows the things that have been going on with our commercial air travel system.
That doesn't mean that it's totally screwed forever, because I just want to shout out my cousin Kat, who's going to be training to be a medical flight nurse coming up. I'm very excited for her. And she'll be awesome. I just want to make sure that people are safe in the skies. I don't want to travel via flight anytime soon. I can be honest with you about that.
I don't think that not with the government shutdown.
That's what I'm saying.
Because I'll tell you this,
Holidays are coming.
with our government shutdown, if you travel outside the country, let's just say, for example, you lose your passport.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? You're not coming back to this country, because the embassy's got to be open in whatever country you're in, and they're not. And not only that, but they got to talk to back here on the homeland, the information to get you a new
ticket to ride.
Yeah, a new passport. And how do I know this? Because I have a family member that something happened to, and they had to try to get back, and the government shut down. Period. End of story. They're screwed. So
not a
shout
good
out,
time.
Mom.
Hey, Mom.
So, anyways, the government shut down. We're in day 28. Doesn't look good. SNAP benefits, they're going to be at risk. It looks like, yeah. So, Gina, here, I don't know, in case if this is your first time listening, attention, Lowcountry, but Halloween is Gina's Super Bowl. And she, this year, for the first time in, 5 years or 6?
5.
Has taken her Super Bowl off. So she doesn't have to work the next day. But she went a step further, and she went and took a whole week off. So like I said in the beginning,
any PTO off this year.
Yeah. So like I said, you're going to be hearing from us. We're going to be calling, scheduling, and booking some upcoming podcasts with some guests. Here's one for you. I want to congratulate Captain Chip Michaelov. Our local great white shark whisperer has got himself a absolutely gorgeous, brand new 35-foot
big old boat.
Yeah, he's got 900 horses off the back. Those ponies are going to be swimming all the way offshore into the Gulf Stream. I have a feeling he's going to push the limits on the tanks on those.
Yeah.
And so I say that because I love having him on the show. He is so interesting to listen to. I can't wait to have him on as a regular guest. And I'll just say this, that if you are coming to the area or you are in the area, a lot of people like to fish around here. Listen, there are 3 stamps of approval I can put on here. Number 1, Captain Chip Michaelov with Outcast Sport Fishing. Number 2, Jason DeBose. Now listen, he's in Oldfield, so it's an Oldfield Outfitter Center. Number 3, Brian Gale. Gale Warning, Captain Hook. I think he's got about 9 or 10 boats now. He's running a barge over to Fusky. So look at those are the guys. I can put my stamp on them. You're going to catch fish. You're going to have a great time. They are a wealth of knowledge. Their crew is awesome. They're great people. They're a lot of fun. If you're in the area or you just enjoy going out sport fishing, they're very affordable. Check those guys out. I can definitely stand behind all three of those guys with everything. So
I wish that I could say that I'm a fisherman, but I have been out on Captain Hook with Brian Gale and his whole crew, and they were awesome. So I give props, and I love Chip. So all good. I haven't met Jason, but I'm sure he's awesome. I remember you used to enjoy fishing with him pretty regularly. So
yeah, so I was saying that I was on a Halloween story. All right, everybody. So Gina has, we were sitting there talking about Halloween. I got sidetracked. Gina has a Halloween news story, national viral news. We saw the video from this person's Ring doorbell camera. And Gina, tell them it was not like, seriously, if you did ring my door like this, I'm going to go get my gun and it's not going to end well.
yeah, first of all, it was a Mass Trio doorbell video out of Alexandria, Virginia. And they were threatening and attempting to break in. It was Michael Myers, a clown, and a scary nun, very similar to the one from Point Break, if anybody remembers that movie.
They opened the storm door and they were beating on the
pounding on the
wood
doors,
door. Yep.
Death threats. They damaged some property, and it was all seen on the Ring video. And it turns out that it actually was
3 adults, 4 kids.
3 adults, 4 kids, and they were playing a prank on their family members. The problem is that the video was scary enough that it freaked people out and it went viral, and people didn't realize that it was
here
just
was the thing.
prank.
I can't remember if it was the mayor or the police. It was the police chief, whoever. So he came out and he's like, normally I'd come out here and I would tell you that this is definitely a prank. And he said that's definitely not the case in this situation. The victim does not know who did this. And then he came out today and was like, well, turns out this person's asshole cousin and nephews thought it a good idea. This woman's husband just passed away, by the way, this year. And they thought it would be a good idea to go and destroy her house and ring her doorbell, ring her Ring doorbell, which she's probably on her phone looking and watching these people beat on her door and stuff. Look, you'd be a dead Michael Myers.
And you'd be a dead clown.
Very quickly, I would pull out my gun and I would shoot you.
There will
Because
be
you
no
cannot
clowns.
do that.
No clowns.
Yeah,
None.
that is trespassing.
No clowns.
No clowns.
Except for Cappy the clown, because she's really cute and sweet and nice on the island. She's nice. Cappy the clown's been around a long time.
Yeah.
But other than that, there will be no other clowns in this vicinity, or there will be problems afoot.
Yep. And then I've got a story that I got hooked onto. It was actually in the past day or two. Mm-hmm. We were at the game. But I've been meaning to look this up, and that is the 3-eye atlas. I'm going to say the item that was captured by the Hubble Atlas. I think it's some Hubble type of telescope. Mm-hmm. It's radar. Its alarms went off and notified somebody in NASA or wherever this might be, to be like, hey, we got something on here we don't really like. If you push this button, it's going to cost a fortune because there's limited fuel on there, and it's got to position itself to capture this item, and it did so. And there's a lot of discussion. What it's emitting and what they say it's made out of can only on this planet can only be produced and can only be manufactured. There's a light coming out of the front directional of it, and there's no trailing gas. So they say it's a flat, shiny object, and the crazy thing is it's going through these patterns of every 7.2 hours. It is slowing down by a third of a kilometer a second, which in that realm is it's a lot. That's fast.
Yeah.
But it's doing about 60 clicks a second. But typically when it's traveling towards the sun's gravitational elements pull it speeds up. It doesn't slow down. And this thing is every 7.2 hours is having a slowdown that's significant enough to say, it's odd. I'm going to tell you it's odd. And right now, this thing is behind the sun, and we can't see it. And they're saying if it makes a maneuver that is not what they calculate when it's behind the sun, then we have some visitors, folks. They might put this, they're talking about them sending Listen, there is an astrophysicist from Harvard who is a very respected person when it comes to what's going on in the solar galaxy. Especially he's been calling the last one when it came to these moons and stuff. Can't remember his name. But anyways, he's going to be on Rogan today. And I'm going to listen to it because this is a rare phenomenon. And what they're saying, honestly, it's industrial nickel. That's what it was. I just remembered it. That's what they say that this is. It's getting, it's alien technology. It's made out of industrial nickel, and which it
That maybe makes sense, but
yeah,
okay.
it's so this thing's got look, it's got some light coming out of the front of it. I mean, it's almost like they're headlights, and there's these, I guess, these dimples that are angled perfectly at 120 degrees. There's 3 of them, and they say like to get that. Look, there's just not that type of precision with what's going on up there, nature, if you want to, so if if that's what you want to call it.
I have no idea.
Listen, usually they're just massive flying rocks. This thing's the size of Manhattan. It's I think it's like 3.5 it's wide. It weighs 80 billion tons, like 80 billion metric tons. Like it's massive. I'm not saying it's not. Look, there's no right now. I mean, it's not directionally headed toward Earth. Plus,
Yeah, it
if
says
there
there's
is
no threat to Earth. It's just
if there is some
gonna-
extra being on it, they're gonna be like, everybody get on the ship and let's go crash this thing into Earth.
Mhm.
I think it's all I
It's
don't
just
know.
really
I'm
far
telling
away,
you,
but
with
it's
what's
spinning.
going on at these government hearings, and they're saying, "Hey, look, we have a plethora of it's human biological material, but non-human, not
Mm-hmm.
look, it's a living being, but it is not a human." And the government's got a bunch of this shit at Area 51. Listen, the whistleblowers just marched themselves across Congress for 2 months, and now this, and like I don't know. I'm saying. I think, listen, NASA was silent about this. They did like a silent release of this information yesterday or the day before. Like no press release, no like, hey, here's the photos, because the photos were in this release.
So they just were like, "Here you go."
They just put it on they just put it in the website. And then when people got on there and noticed it, these scientists and researchers were like, holy shit.
Do you know what
this is not good. And this is why it's been quiet, because the first, sighting of this, I think, came back earlier in the year. And it's behind the sun. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think the closest we're supposed to come to it's on December the 19th. Like the closest it's projected to come to Earth. Whether we're going to see it or not, I couldn't tell you.
We don't see
Listen,
hardly anything around here.
you can see, listen, I don't know if you've ever stepped outside
I've seen
and
an eclipse here,
take a look at the International Space Station. It's
And I've seen
traveling at 26,800 kilometers an hour. This thing's traveling at 60,000 or no, 60 kilometers a second. 60 kilometers a second. And so I don't know if it's, I don't know. I think it's gonna. I honestly, this is as close to. Look, I don't have a tinfoil hat. I got a tinfoil buddy next to me,
Yes,
but
you
I
do.
do not have a tin. He's made of mirrors, but he looks like tinfoil. I don't have a tinfoil hat. I don't really like. I'll get on board with some conspiracy stuff until I'm like, I do a little bit of my own digging, and I'm like, hey, these people might hold some ground. But this isn't. I don't think this is conspiracy stuff. They're able to measure certain waves and gases and stuff that emit off this thing or some shit. And all I'm saying is they've never seen this shit before, which means if they have never seen it, it's some interstellar object that we need to figure out, I guess, what it is. Especially if it's starting to slow down when everything else that's come through has sped up. So there's that. I think it's interesting. We'll keep an eye on it.
I have something.
Yeah, what do you got?
Apparently, somewhere in Massachusetts, there is a TikTok challenge going on where kids are shoving random objects like paper clips
Don't tell me.
into their USB ports of their Chromebooks.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking you were going to say.
No, ew. No, this is a family show.
Kid show.
It's a kid show.
Yeah.
But they are, the problem is, besides them being really freaking stupid and wasteful of property like that, because it's school issued property. So thanks a lot. Like the taxpayers are paying for that too. Not that we live there,
but they're pouring water in the USB ports and then they short them out with a paper clip and it sets the CPU ablaze.
But the lithium ion can, when it
the batteries
over 1,000 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So you can burn your desk right to the ground if you wanted to.
I think they're challenging fires to put out too. But listen, I have not seen said TikTok. Have you seen some kid? I'm going to have to look.
No.
I want to see. I mean, I don't know if TikTok. I don't think TikTok takes that.
I just would like to know, like, the school disciplining these kids. Are they doing anything, or are they just saying like, no, you're going to have to?
They should discipline them, and the parents should have to pay
another
2 times the fine for a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One fine for being a pain in the ass, and another fine for replacing the Chromebook. Period.
Yeah,
that's how it goes.
Yeah. And
End
what
of
are
the
you
story.
doing as parents if your kids are willfully destructing property like that all the time? But everybody just needs to not copy the stupid Halloween trio that scared the crap out of their own family member. Don't do that.
Yeah, hey, in the light of a holiday and Gina's favorite holiday coming up, look, if there's anybody in the Lowcountry that loves scaring people but hates to be scared, it's me. And I'm good at scaring people. Really good.
He's very good at scaring me.
I can sneak up on you. I'm like a ninja.
Yeah.
So, and there's nothing I would love more than to walk around scaring people and filming that all day, because that is some funny things to do. Yeah, I'm one that I don't like to be scared. Gina knows this.
Yeah, I scare him just by walking into the room, and I say, "I'm sorry, I live here."
But I don't get mad. Like I jump, and because I'm so jumpy. Like
am I a quiet walker or something? I always thought that I kind of just shuffle my way in, but I guess I move stealthily.
That depends. I don't know. I don't know.
Usually I try to
You don't sleep stealthily. I can tell you that.
Oh, that's not very nice.
Oof.
That's not nice at all.
Boy, I see you were really sawing them last night and the night before. I'll tell you. And hey, this isn't the first time we've discussed this one, but that's okay.
We don't need to keep discussing it.
Well, no, Gina. Yeah, we shouldn't be discussing Gina's snoring habits, but she brought it up last time. I'll bring it up this time. She's just been tired, I guess, but now she's rested because she's been off for the weekend. Her Bills won. Our
That's
Bills
always a good
won.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good
and
times.
Halloween is Friday.
That's right.
Don't worry, I will be wearing yet another costume wherever. If we decide to do more episodes, which we probably do, we will. We'll be doing a costume episode.
Yeah, we'll do one for Halloween, and also we've got some guests coming up. We've got some people we're going to be contacting. Captain Chip Michaelov, we're going to solidify him, and then Chip Larkby.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be calling. Gina's going to give you a call tomorrow, and we're going to get you on the books because kids are in school, and it's time for you to come on and tell us your story about the Lowcountry.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I'm sure Jack's going to want to hear about your drumming.
Yep. We like that too.
That's right.
But we hope that you all.
Hey, stay friendly out there, people. Let's try to get along. You know, if everybody could just smoke weed once at 2:00 every day and get along, we can get along till 4. Okay, that's 2 hours every day.
And don't forget that when kids are trick-or-treating, that it's better that they're trick-or-treating than to be out doing bad stuff. So just give them the Snickers bar. Give them the Kit Kat. Give them the Twix.
All right, Lowcountry, and she'll keep going. I can't shut her up. All right, Lowcountry, keep building, keep dreaming, keep writing your story, and we'll see you next time on Lowcountry's Unscripted After Dark. We'll see you later, Lowcountry. Bye.